I'm going to close today and risk going off track and talk about something that's really unusual for a preacher to talk about. I've always been sort of fascinated, I guess, by the Kennedy assassination. I've been to Dallas, I lived there, I've been in the 6th Floor Museum. It's really not a hard shot to what happened there. And it wasn't just long ago that we recognized the anniversary of that horrible event. And quite frankly, whether you believed Oswald acted alone, it doesn't change anything. It doesn't change the fact that Lee Harvey Oswald was a troubled little child. His father died 2 months before he was born. And he was a bitter man. He was a bitter young man who believed the world owed him something. It was one of the reasons why he defected to Russia and embraced communism. If you hear him talking, he has this rambling speech pattern of someone who thought that they were special. And how did he get this way? Who made him this way? Well, his mother, Marguerite Oswald. Marguerite Oswald was a bitter, selfish person. She cared only about herself, and she thought the world owed her something. Hey, Google her name sometime and watch some of the videos of her. She gave press conferences days after her son was killed. Her son kills the president, and days after he is killed, she gives press conferences talking. And in those press conferences, she's not crying. She's not upset. She has no emotion. In fact, she's the opposite. She is beaming with joy and happiness for all the attention she has received. My point is this. Someone made Lee Harvey Oswald into the bitter, lone, weird man that he was, and it was his mother. But let me point something out, that Lee Harvey Oswald was born in Louisiana, and he grew up most of his life as a child in the state of Texas. Born and raised in what we call the Bible Belt, the buckle of the Bible Belt. And yet, as a child in this buckle of the Bible Belt, where there's churches on every corner that believe and preach Jesus, no one reached this kid. No one tried to bring him to Jesus. No bus ministry went out and found him. No Sunday school teacher noticed this little boy. No youth pastor tried to bring him in and make him part of their group. Why? Why did they all ignore him? I'll tell you why. He was an odd, troubled little child, and he was weird. And nobody likes the troubled, weird little boys and wants nothing to do with it. How many churches failed to reach this little, odd, troublemaking little kid and did nothing about this little boy? Someone should have been Jesus to him. That little boy needed Batman. Someone brave enough to go into his life and to counteract the things that his mom was saying and doing, and tell him that he was valuable, and tell him that he had worth, not because of his innate personality or something inside him, but because Jesus loved him and died for him. Somebody should have reached that little boy. In the middle of the Bible Belt, no one cared enough to reach a weird, odd, troublemaking little kid. And how the world would have been different if someone had. There are kids in Pontiac today that need Batman. Well, I'll tell you something. Batman doesn't exist. He's not real. He's a cartoon. He's made up. He's a story. But Jesus is real. And you're real too. They need me. They need you. They need Jesus. Or you can just cry about your gourd. You can just worry about something that is completely pointless and silly. Life is short. Act like Jesus. God bless you. Have a great day.